Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid, and I am once again joined by Grippa and Zan.
Buenos
Hello.
dias.
Cool. So, let's start. What happened last episode, Zan?
Jomon did this mighty scout crazy thing. Agartha's run around. Olm is discovering late game fire magic. Technically, so is Agartha.
Right. Yeah, they're discovering late game fire magic together,
hmm
holding hands.
One of them likes it more than the other, though.
Yeah, and Jomon's getting like really coalitioned pretty hard now, right? Some of it's aggressive wars of their choosing. This war against Bogarus. Some of it's wars they are losing currently, at least, like with Lemuria, and some of it is kind of just starting. Um, like Abyssia is probably going to be jumping in, and yeah, and potentially Flagra too. Only one of the firestorm traps worked. I'm pretty convinced I'm cursed in real life whenever I fight on the water throne. Okay, so those devils were meant to do firestorm.
Okay.
He might have. I don't remember how many gems were on them. I think he might have. I know one of the devils only had 3 gems. So
He cast living fire, so he had stuff.
no, but
Yeah,
that
he
could
had.
be off script, right? So if he needed, you know how I was saying, if you're fire 4, you can cast firestorm as a fire 4 mage with 4
Yeah,
gems instead of a fire mage a fire 5 mage with 3 gems, which is what it costs. Anyway,
yeah. I don't think he had enough gems on his guys.
he might
That
only
might
had
have been
3 rather than the 4 needed or
He saw that
something.
they cost 3. He put 3, and then the guy's like, "Nah."
Yeah,
That's
which,
unfortunate.
which would have worked if he did Phoenix Power first, but anyway.
"Yeah,
I'm surprised he didn't.
I'm sending some lesser horrors their way to try and deny them the throne. Hoping to win this as soon as possible so that in the end... Wait, so to that end, I'm going to attack again. I need to be bigger in order to be more relevant. Some more big fights likely again soon. Okay, cool. So I like this. He's like, I'm going to... I had said I'm going to attack Agartha and try to get bigger, and I'm going to commit to that.
yeah." I like it.
From Bogarus. So the nap with Jomon ends this turn, even though Jomon attacked last turn. My plan is basically to defend first, while other coalition members build up a lot of pressure, since Agartha seems like they're happy to do so. Nothing the whole game. Nothing the whole game. I'm not expecting them to take back their throne. I'm a bit salty that Olm said they were going to send Lesser Har the throne on my border, and then nothing happened. So now there is a wizard tower. Okay. And Satis... Oh no, this is Agartha claiming the throne that he got from Olm, and Lemuria claiming the throne they got from Jomon. Oh my goodness. So this is a hero. I mean, this a mercenary that Jomon has that is going to get yeeted by these Hars.
It's a good mercenary, too.
This is 5 horror casts with very bad horror rolls. These spine membrane tend to be kind of bad.
What did I cast this? Jesus Christ!
Yeah. But anyway, it's enough to kill what's here, including a Mount Fiend, which may have had some gems on him or something. And these hard casts... Oh no, they're probably coming from Bogarus. Yeah, it just had a few gems on him. Oh gosh. We have seen the most cursed golems this game.
So you got... That's...
Okay, guys, Ring of Returning is not good on golems in general. I mean, not in general, but like as a thug golem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have really bad defense. They get hit all the time. I mean, I guess if you did Twist Fate and Body Ethereal... Oh, he's dooming this. So mission accomplished.
Okay.
weird thing to do.
This was
but
not
okay.
worth dooming. This is garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, Grippa would send off armies like this just to casually march to known death, right? You think Grippa and I, when we were playing
Of course.
Bogarus, we cared about them getting cursed? Please.
No, that they weren't designed to live anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The most cursed thing about them is living under the flag of Bogarus. This is a strange move here. Sending horrors at this Dione. Yeah, you're going to need more than one horror cast, probably.
Yeah, agreed. And
Oh my
Damn
gosh.
it.
That.
Oh my god, they almost killed him.
Yeah.
I mean, brass claws are nasty, but fuck.
Yep.
He didn't buff up at all before going in. Yeah, I definitely lost Mr. Hands. Not the Doom horrors, but the brass claw horrors. That was pretty frustrating. The Great Kraken. Oh my gosh. Oh. What is this? 3 horror casts? 2? Falling Fires.
Urging the Ashigaru ranks.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
that was
By
just
that I
PD,
mean
though.
PD. Never mind. Okay.
Let's watch it again. He did. I think it was mostly the PD that did this. I mean, I was like, the fire... Okay, he got one guy here and hurt a few more. This is mostly just the fort PD. It wasn't even really the mage. I mean, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty good.
This is the kind of horror rolls that like Nick Knight would roll or something. One cast and you get 12 Soul Torn.
That's insane. It didn't do too much, luckily.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one.
All right. I think we're out of the... I think they're open-ended dice rolls. So, let's start by looking over here in the war with Lemuria and Jomon. So, okay, this is cool. Ryujin Thug coming through. Let's see how they're kidding these thugs. Doing a Frostbrand. Frostbrand's, by the way, not very good against ghosts, right? Like,
No.
the whole thing that's nice about them doesn't really work. But I guess if it's what you have, it's probably better than nothing. I mean, it is a magic weapon. They're throwing their javelins. What did he buff himself with? Oh. He didn't even do Iron Skin. Damn. Was it Stone Skin? Oh no, base natural protection 10. Wait, what did he cast? Liquid body temp... Wait, what?
It's a weird combo.
Yeah, they did the same buffs. I don't think you need both of them. And didn't do Iron Skin. Strange. But apparently enough to work. Oh, never mind. Not enough to work. Well, you know,
Pepperonis.
he might have retreated somewhere. Console gets smacked down here. Jomon attacks the Dione. Now, these are expensive. Invulnerability, not good against ghosts. You need wrong spells. All right, so invulnerability, very good against mundane troops, not very good against ghosts. Right, so
No.
he would certainly benefit from Iron Skin here. That would have been a much better spell to cast. Also, I think you would expect Soul Vortex, which is pretty good. Oh my god. So there's a Water Elemental, which we had seen before. Oh, and then this guy with the Stinger.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Soul
Damn.
Vortex is all. If I can do Soul Vortex on a thug, you bet your ass I'm doing Soul Vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
That guy's got a lot of attack for a stinger and a weapon. Jeez.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a console, right? They
Yep.
have magic power, and then they've got the unholy blessing or whatever it's called, and yeah, I mean, it gets nuts. And then often they've got a lot of experience stars too. This guy's unequaled obesity, but yeah, between a ghost, which is an armor piercing attack, this guy who's got an armor piercing attack and then 2 other attacks, and then a water elemental with 4 armor piercing attacks. This guy wasn't. Let's look at what the script was again. Poke a few more holes in it. Summon Earth Power, Invulnerability, Phoenix Pyre, Flight. Yeah, he didn't cast any of the important spells.
There's no reason to do Flight.
Well, Flight
Right.
actually is how he lived because he
Yeah,
escaped
yeah.
this battle.
But
It's your exit button.
Like, Summon Earth Power, great, but honestly, you can skip it and do Soul Vortex. Invulnerability does nothing. Phoenix Pyre, fine, but like we see, if they die the first time, they're probably going to run. It's good as like an oh shit button. And Flight, okay. I mean, this is like, these two are like fine if you're planning on losing. These are sacred, so one of the things you do have to worry about is getting them stolen. Like if these guys run advance and cast rather than attack. But like Temper Flesh would have been amazing here. It's like Iron Skin, Tempered Flesh, Flying Shield. Those are the buffs you want to cast.
Flying Shield is good.
And the combination of all that will be very good against even armor-piercing weapons. So, but yeah, he retreats. And is there there's a Dione here, so he successfully retreated. But he's the question we were asking the end of last round is, would Jomon be able to cauterize the wounds or cauterize the bleeding? And it appears the answer is like they're doing things. Like they've taken this province back. They've taken this province back. They've failed to take these back, though.
And his army of Ashigaru is just staring at.
With an Earth Serpent.
Yes.
And they've killed some of the Lemurian raiders. But not all of them. There's still a deep... I mean, there's a lot of deep raiding going on by Lemuria here, too. And God, I mean, I don't... Now look at this. Like, this front, where it's like the chaos from Lemuria, is now touching the front that he's supposed to be using to invade Bogarus. Okay, he had a little bit of a bounce back this turn, but... I don't know, it's looking desperate to me.
Agreed.
I think if you're... What do you do if you're Jomon? I think if you're... I'm not Jomon. If you're Bogarus, I think you go on the attack now or something, right? Like, you need a lot of this land. Oh my god. This is a decent amount of PD here.
Well, as you once famously said, it's time to get everyone out of the forts. All the mages.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Is like, this war... Like, when a lot of times you get into a game... Maybe this is a helpful thing to think about. You get in a game, a lot of times you get to like the final war. And you never know it's going to be the final war. But when you have people that are like pretty far ahead of the pack, and it's like if one of them comes out ahead, like the game's over. When that's a likely outcome, that if somebody wins this next war, they're probably going to win the game. It's usually a good time to get everybody out of the forts. And like if you're position 4, it's time to try to at least get into position 2. And try to stop the game from ending, but also try to advance your position. And, like, it's not the time to, like, save up and hope things get better. So, I mean, there is an opportunity here for Bogarus to ride out and take a bunch of this stuff, because Jomon's going to have their hands full. I mean, clearly. I mean, how do you raid against Lemuria and Sin Lesser Horror? Like, what do you put in a province that is going to deal with Lemurian ghosts, but also... you don't mind having 4 or 5 Sin Lesser Horrors targeting it?
Well, that's the issue, because the common thing I've seen against the horrors is you get a scout in it's very important, in a neighboring province,
right,
and have them move, not stealth move, into all of your provinces, or at least the ones you think are going to get horrored every turn.
Right.
And that'll work against the horrors, but obviously that scout's going to die against the ghosts.
Right.
So it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, generally the things that are going to be good against ghosts are not budget. Like, you need gems or, mages. And a lot of those aren't going to do great against Sin Lesser Horror. They're going to get wrecked. So then it's like, okay, well, we need to move small armies around, which can kill ghosts, but which can also survive 5 casts of Sin Lesser Horror. And then it's like, well, fuck, that's expensive. And then, you're risking that thing being hit by like a huge 300 ghost stack with rigor mortis and stuff. Not just like a casual ghost raiding party. And then you're like, fuck.
Yep.
This is a very tough situation to be in as Jomon. I'll be interested. I can't think my way out of this box. I don't know all the tools he has, but I think he should seek some kind of... if I were Jomon, I'd be trying to come up with... to reconcile with some of the people attacking me and get them to turn on Lemuria.
Put on your Diplomancer hat.
I mean, Diplomancer hat... This situation, I think, is going to get worse. And plus, like, some people just want... I mean, he was trying to win the game, though. Like, he was trying to kill Bogarus. But that's not going to happen now. Like, with Lemuria already taking a throne off of him and taking a bunch of land from him, he's not just going to come over here and steamroll Bogarus, I don't think. I don't think that's in the cards. So it's like... he could be like, look, I'll make peace with Bogarus. I'm not going to go after his thrones. But, I mean, he did... actually, this is a lot of his rebound. It wasn't from Lemuria. It was from Bogarus. I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, sorry. We are back. I lost San Agrippa for a second. Or more like they lost me.
You're not casting.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. So yeah, they just a ton of battle. I feel like we just need to go through the list. I'll see if there's any cool ones here. Scrolling through them. There's a lot of Ryujin. This one died. Ran into some Grand Lemurs. You're really wanting to steal these, though, is Lemuria. He didn't steal one. I think... in summary, there were a lot of failed raiding attempts by Jomon. However, I think only one of them resulted in the death of a Ryujin.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of okay. If we look at... I'm going to pull the score graphs up and just kind of talk through them real quick. So Jomon, back up, had a bit of a recovery, but this wasn't through really staunching the Lemurian bleeding. It was mostly through eating Bogarus, or, raiding him. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is pretty stable with Satis on the up and up, which is the hilarious bit.
The moment he's been waiting for.
Yeah. Research, we haven't looked at this in a while. We've got position 1 by a good 20% is Jomon. Position 2 behind him, about 20% behind, is Abyssia. And we've got Satis actually in position 3. That's hilarious. Tied with Ulm. Can you imagine being tied with Ulm as Satis?
At this stage.
Beautiful.
That's so amazing. Yeah. Army size... that's pretty stable. Lemuria's definitely taken some attrition the past few turns. Yeah, I think it's anybody's game right now. But...
I don't think anyone is right now secured anything.
Yeah. But it's the time to make plays. I think that's my kind of conclusion. And right now, Lemuria probably has the best growth trajectory. God, I think if I were Jomon, my number one priority would be getting the Sin Lesser Horrors to stop. Either put a quick end to Bogarus and then be able to focus on other things. It's just too hard to deal. You can deal with one or the other. But it's really hard to deal with Ghosts and Sin Lesser Horror in the same rating area. So, Zan, Grippa, closing thoughts?
Row, fight the power. Everybody fight everybody. That's what I say.
Something like that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, things are heating up. Tune in next time, see what happens. And until then, take care.
Sounds good.
Bye.